Welcome to the broadcast. This is a source of information on all things related to commercial appliances. Welcome all of you that are new to commercial and those of you well-versed in this industry of ours. Your host is Mike Reed, a technician who has been in the industry for 32 years, with his beginnings working in his family's appliance business based out of the western suburbs of Chicago. Get ready for a truly interactive broadcast. Have all your questions ready and prepare yourself to truly engage with Mike and discuss ideas on all things related to commercial appliances. Without further delay, here is your host.
Yo, welcome to the show. My name is Mike, and we're going to get into things that you need to be involved with for 2026 if you're going to be in this business. All right, let me go ahead and jump on in. Thank you all for joining in and being involved.
Being active on his YouTube channel. Well, welcome back.
All right, as you come on in, say what's up. And I'll shout you out. Hold on, let me add the link so you guys can come on up. All right, hold on. Here's the link now. Oh, so much. All right, here's the link so you can come on up, ask your questions, and then I'll address it live and in person. Hold on a second. I finally added some my my Instagram. And I still don't have everything that I wanted with that one, but that's all right. But some of the things you guys got planned to do to get kickstarted for 2026. Hold on a second. Let me add in some of the music and whatnot. I'm gonna try to make this a quick one. I really am. Oh, this is that sunlight. This is that light kicking in on me. All right, let me see.
It's not a game.
All right. Hold on. Some of the stuff is finally kicking in.
$50. Got money. Gonna be about $6,500.
How about $50?
$50. Got money. Gonna be about $6,000.
Some of the stuff that I find on Instagram, I'll put it on here when I get around to it. Some of the stuff that I think is a little funny, a little relevant to what we're doing. I get all kind of stuff that comes across my my Instagram. I don't know where the hell that came from.
Good price in this work. I have a lot of work for you.
This is some of the stuff that
plenty of work.
when I make my jokes, yeah, they also make fun of that on Instagram too. It is not just me.
Feels like stepping into a movie set. You ready? Or at least
This has got to be AI.
Evening.
Hold on, let me see if this is AI. Oh. Yeah, that's definitely AI. some Iraq Life stuff. I want to include some more of his stuff in there for next year. I'm gonna include some videos from other people's stuff.
Charger right here, 14.99 plus tax. The gas station across the street is selling it for 12.99 with no tax.
Yo, what's happening?
To support the brown business. This is why we can all be successful, brother.
Man, I wanted to add in some of my some of the videos that I'm working on. I still haven't gotten around to it.
What they say in Houston? Hey man, say man.
Yeah, on paper, they're a better team. Right. They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line and see if that factors in. I guarantee you it won't. Wow. Yeah, on paper, they're a better team. Right. They have all the assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy.
What's up? We're almost to the...
No. Yeah, that's wild. Nah, that's wild. Where is this, in Ohio? Because we don't have anything like this in Houston. We don't have anything like that.
Okay, out here on the job.
This is where to get tacos.
All right, let me see how many.
Why should you never?
If you're looking,
why should you never split labor and materials? Because the customer doesn't deserve to know how much it costs to run my business. What I did instead was write the total at the bottom and show the steps it took to fix them.
Now, some of the stuff that this guy talks about, some of it is legitimate information, and some of it is bullshit. Like this one, because he gives contradicting information, because sometimes he says put it all together all in one so they can't break it up, and this one he says split it up.
My business. What I did instead was write the total at the bottom and show the steps it took to fix the problem. That way they wouldn't complain about my hourly rate or Google parts at Lowe's.
No, I can't do this one. Like this one, I don't agree with.
Explanation. If you're not marking up your materials at least 100%,
well, you got to do that
on every single job. Why should you never split labor and
for a way to organize.
Let me see.
Yeah, this is probably some of my favorite cookies.
That's a lot. That's wild.
Taste buds lunch.
What's that? Frenchies? This is a regional chain that we got down here in Texas, and it's probably in Louisiana too.
Special is available Monday through.
The cheaper you go, the more broke customers you attract. And broke customers call nonstop, want discounts, and leave bad reviews. So I've raised my prices, lost a few clients, but gained better ones. They pay full price and they tell all their rich friends.
Some of the stuff that I see on IG, man. The fact that he don't cover up the back of his equipment is wild. That is wild.
Let's
I don't know what the hell she's talking about.
All right, you guys. So we stopped at Lowe's because Home Depot didn't have that.
About when the serve.
Some more rack life stuff. What's he doing here anyway?
Sorry, I
don't know why some of the stuff I saved isn't on this account. I got like 2 different accounts and most of the stuff is the same. All right, let me cancel that one. Welcome to the show, the end of the year. Just so you know that I am working on this stuff. This is the video that I'm working on for training material for the end of the year. The champion. This is the Henny Penny. And for whatever reason, the Canva software is just not working with me right now. I have no idea why it's not working. All right, Copac. So this is something that I noticed that Copac has been working on actually since the beginning of the year. What they did was they put together a bunch of videos, and they're not the only one. But Copac finally put their stuff together where they have all this preventative maintenance and service, a whole bunch of videos, a whole bunch of how-to on their stuff. Hold on, let's see what they did. Way to contact them. And just so you know, Copac, as far as the walk-ins, Copac is one of the easier companies to deal with. Hold on, let me see if it's training videos. There it is. Let's see what they got under here. Like I said, they put a number of different videos here for you guys to look at.
Today we'll discuss Copac walk-ins. With Copac walk-ins, we provide a quote request form that can be beneficial to help you and in use the building code for that area.
Fair use, by the way.
Items such as whether the walk-in is indoors or outdoor, whether you want nominal dimensions or a specific cold to dimensions, if it's a cooler, freezer, or a combination of both, the different heights and widths, the different finishes that are available. This is the area that's important to make sure you select these key items so we can quote the correct walk-in. Also, if you would like a ramp, whether it be in ready for 5,000 pounds of cart traffic, which you have options for your indoor or outdoor walk-ins.
Now they're just walking you through what you need to do when you're picking one out. But they actually have, hold on, let me go back. They actually have a bunch of videos. Maybe it's under service. Yeah, here we go. So it's 22 different videos that they give you on working on these units.
Basic cooler, freezer, evaporator wiring. General safety information. Installation.
Once again, all these videos are free. Yo, brother Frank.
Familiar with commercial walk-in products. Ensure that all
good to see you, man.
Conforms to the equipment requirements and all.
Oh, this is one of these videos for you, man. This is
disconnect all
walk-ins
sources before servicing the unit.
Your favorite.
Sheet metal and coil surfaces have sharp edges. Use appropriate protective gloves to prevent injury. First is the air defrost evaporator found in walk-in cooler applications. Start by identifying proper voltage required for the evaporator coil. This information is listed on the data tag located on the back of the evaporator coil. Remove left end panel to expose the evaporator terminal board.
Yeah, I know. So here's, Brother Frank, here's the link to it.
Reference the wiring diagram located on the inside of the end panel for field wiring. Remove knockout tab on back of evaporator panel.
And with Copac,
as long sharp object can puncture the copper tubes if inserted.
They're really focused on just taking care of the customer. So if you got a client that has a Copac unit and it's still under warranty and stuff needs to be done to it,
wiring,
they really don't have a problem sending you any parts and you
air defrost evaporator coils require 2-line voltage wires and a ground. Terminate wiring per the diagram using terminals M1, M2, and ground. Reinstall the end panel. Now, field wiring for an electric defrost evaporator coil. These are used in walk-in freezer applications or walk-in coolers.
That's the therm controller right here on the right.
Electric defrost. Identify proper voltage required for the evaporator coil. This information is listed on the data tag located on the back of the evaporator coil. Reference the wiring diagram located on the inside of the end panel for field wiring.
Yep. So there it is. There's your schematic. Everybody's always worried about where's the schematic.
Wires to provided wire looms, making sure that they do not come into contact of the defrost heaters. Electric defrost evaporator coils receive power from a defrost time clock. A 5-wire harness is required from the evaporator coil to the defrost timer. 4-line voltage wires and a ground. Wire gauge size should be determined by referencing the amp draw labeled on the data tag located on the back of the evaporator coil.
All right, so you guys get the idea. That is, let me go back to all videos. So this is Copac. And it's under service videos, how to install them, how to drop in the floor. Ooh, this is a big one. How to do a replacement floor. All these videos are free for you guys to gain access to.
General safety information. Installation, maintenance, all field wiring conforms.
All right.
The walk-in. Ensure walk-in refrigeration has been de-energized. Grinder with metal cutting wheel is the best tool to cut through both the top and bottom metal skin of the foamed floor panel. Cut insulated floor panel with angle grinder as close to the insulated wall panel as possible without actually making contact with the insulated wall panel. After cutting the entire perimeter with the angle grinder, peel back the top metal skin and discard.
Yeah, I want you guys to notice this. I got a request on information.
Next,
and they were asking about the shelves. The shelves are not part of the walk-in cooler.
Finally, remove the bottom metal skin and discard.
And once again, you're billing according to time. Each and every person that's on site, you're charging for the labor on each and every person. And you just have to charge them according to how long it takes.
Vacuum up
it is
all
what it
residue in
is.
preparation of installing the replacement drop-in floor panels.
This is not something that's cheap to do, but it's something that has to be done. When the health department says it needs to be done, it's got to be done.
Aluminum diamond tread plate overlay, cove base, in addition to a description and quantity of all included material. Once all floor panels have been laid out on the floor, spray foam should be sprayed between the gap of the drop-in floor panel and the existing wall panels. Attach coat.
So as you see, they have all of these, and this is with Copac. Copac is, I mean, there's so many different brands of walk-ins, but Copac is a major one because they're part of Well Built, which is now an Ollie Group company. The Copac unit gets packaged with the other items that's sold by the Ollie Group company. This is your wing stops and places like that. They're all going to have Copac. Let me see what else they got. So videos, service videos. Yeah, how to wire in the evaporator, all that kind of stuff. roof cap, adjusting the door sweep. And this is something I covered quite a bit. But for you guys that haven't done walk-ins yet,
adjusting walk-in door hinges. General safety information.
It's something that you have to do.
Installation, maintenance, and servicing are to be performed only by King products. Disconnections. Use appropriate protection. To adjust the hinge, begin by prying off the hinge cover with a screwdriver. Loosen the 4 lag screws on each hinge that attach to the door. Make sure you loosen the screws on all the hinges to allow the door to be squared up properly.
Now, I think they leave out a couple of things in this description
Turn
here.
the adjustment screw clockwise to pull the door towards the hinge.
On some of the stuff that we have to do to
Turn the
adjust
screw
the damn doors.
counterclockwise to push the door away from the hinge. Once the door is parallel to the door section, tighten all the lag screws.
Oh, Cold Stone Creamery. Nice.
Be careful not to over tighten, which can cause damage to the door.
Hey, thanks for chiming in, man.
Replace the hinge cover by popping it back on.
Hey, and then on that one that you changed last week, was that the new electronic evaporated fan motors, or were those the old school type? Because I had saved this on the Instagram, but it never did pop up. So some one of the guys was programming. I guess he had got the universal fan motor and he bought the programmer to go with it. Oh, it was the new one. It was the new one that's the electronic one. The new ones actually fail. In my opinion, the new ones fail more than the old ones, because the new ones actually, when they have a freeze up, that ice pushes past the seal on these new electronic ones, and it just rots out all the electronics. Yeah. Hey, and on Webstaurant, you can get an account with Webstaurant, and then so they won't charge you sales tax, and they actually give you a much better deal on Webstaurant. Hold on, let me see here. Because I order from everybody. So if you sign in, you can go ahead and create an account. Yeah, you can go ahead and create an account, and they will go ahead and give you slightly better deals. Wish I could find mine. Let me see if I have not logged into Webstaurant in so long. But with all of them, they are set up for you can go ahead and sign on up. You can send them your resale tax number, and you can order your stuff tax exempt. Yeah, it said the wires were sliced during install problem. Yeah, I find a lot of that too. But really what I find is that those damn motors get rusted and corroded. That's what ends up happening to the board that's behind me. That's what happens to the circuitry inside those fan motors. They just rust out. Hold on one second. Yeah, I don't even. But yeah, okay, so I do. All right, there's my account. There is my account. Be honest with you, I just don't bother. See, so there's stuff right there. There's stuff that I've ordered. They give you credits, all that kind of stuff. So let me see. Now that I'm signed up, let's see if we can check some prices. Let's see about some damn prices. All right. Gopack, EFAP. Let's see what we can find. Partstown, cold pack parts, blower motors. How many of you guys keep the evaporated fan motors in stock on the truck? Especially now with the new ones and like that. There's 3 different sizes on these damn evaporated fan motors. The one that come with the fan housing and all that stuff. You got a small, medium, and large. Most commonly is most common is the small and the large. There's an in-between size that is extremely hard to find. See, like these guys. Oh, good Lord. 2,400 and whoo. Oh, Lord. All right, let me see here. God damn. That is wild. All right, let's see. Let's see what we can find. Oh, so they sub it on over to an older one. They sub it on over to an older one, it looks like. For 1,800. All right, hold on 1 second. All right, let me make this a little more fair. Let me log in. I need to log in to Partstown for the first time in a long time. Hold on. Let me see if I can even freaking log on to this damn thing. Now let's see if there's even a price difference. Nope. Not even a price difference. Yeah. Partstown don't even give me a price difference. $2,432. And they're subbing on over. This is an old school. This isn't an electronic one. This is an old school 115 volts. Let me see if that's even, see if these two are even the same. It's saying this is electric because usually when you see these, they are multi-speed and they'll be bi-directional. They don't give me any information. But here, this one is very similar and it's still a higher price. And we're going to compare apples to apples. 2,500 versus 1,800 with even Websteron. On top of all that, the shipping is even better. Usually ships out same day as long as you order before 4 o'clock. And I've never had a problem ordering from Websteron. Fun fact, you have no choice but to order from Websteron on stuff that's their house brand. So that's how I end up opening up an account with them anyway. Because Advanco, here's Advanco is their creation. It's like it's their Kenmore. So if you need Advanco parts, you got to go to Websteron if you're going to go fix one of their fridges. And you don't want to have to go through all this reprogramming. Because instead of going with a universal Corel controller and then programming the damn thing, it's going to be $212 for universal any damn way. So I might as well go with one that's already pre-programmed and just call it a day. Here's the door hinges. A little high. You can get these a little bit cheaper. Oh shit. My stuff is burning through power. And then this compressor, that is pretty high. But once you take the numbers, once you get the numbers off of the compressor, I mean, you're going to have that anyway, but once you have the numbers off the compressor, then you can go ahead and order another one from somewhere else. Hold on, let me see what else they got going on here. But if you've ever wondered, where do you get Advantco parts? Advantco is Webstron. Oh, damn, and they gave this a 1 star. What the hell they get this a 1 star? I get these, I really get a good price from these from Nomar Supply. 126. I mean, it's I mean, that's damn near what everybody's charging recently. What the hell did they have to say about it? Oh, different plug. Because Advantco is a creation, they're just ordering this stuff from multiple suppliers. Whoever's got a fridge, and they'll go ahead and slap the Advantco name on it. Yeah, you will get that from time to time, but that is, I mean, people could say whatever. Yes, you're going to order these things, and yeah, they'll have different plugs. It is what it is. The new motor uses spark-proof connectors, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it is what it is. Because no one is making the old ones anymore. So they're only making the new ones with the spark-proof connectors. That's basically what they're trying to tell you. So you just cut the wires and splice it. It's basically, you just splice them together. It is what it is. It's not a big deal. Because if it was an R290 system, then that thing would just plug right on in. All right, let me see what else they got here. But anything that is a Webstaurant branded product, this is where you're going to get the parts from. Hold on, like I'll show you the dishwashers. Oh, let's see what there you go, dishwashing equipment, because Webstaurant had their own brand. So some from Noble. Noble is the Webstaurant brand. Noble and Main Street. So you'll see Main Street on a lot of hot side equipment, but Noble is the one that they have for dishwashers specifically. And so if you're up in the air and you don't know like who actually makes that particular dishwasher for Webstaurant, you don't even have to mess around. You can just go right to Webstaurant and you can go ahead and order the parts, or you can go right there. You can contact their customer service. They'll give you the list of parts, and you could just go online and you can order the stuff yourself. So let me see what they got here. Because this, I'm not too sure who is making this for them. It almost looks like some of that new Insinger stuff. It doesn't look like Wietzen. I don't know if anybody's had experience with it, but it almost looks like the new Insinger. So then when you're on here, let me see here. Yes, this looks like, damn, all this stuff. Now this is crazy that it's getting low ratings on the dishwashers. Why it's getting low ratings on the dishwashers, I have no idea. I want to see what that's all about. Let me see what the hell they're giving this such low ratings for. I'm curious. This is my first time diving into this. 2-star rating, 4 customer reviews. Oh, let's see. 3 of them were negative. All right, first machine couldn't even reach 160, blah, blah, blah. Yet the display shows 180. Additionally, the machine has an abnormal detergent dispensing issue. So Ready Kitchen Warranty is Webstaurant. They claim that I did not use their partnered installers. Yes, you can call up Webstaurant. You can sign up with Webstaurant, and then they will send you calls in and out of warranty. I actually haven't done anything for them in a hot minute. When I say a hot minute, I think like a year or two. I haven't done any calls for them. They said, however, they always say that they had it installed by an experienced professional. Bullshit. And so you see that if you do not use someone that is in their network, they're going to deny warranty service. I tell you guys this stuff all the time. Once you sign up with them, and if these people aren't using you, they're just going to deny these people's service. And you come on in. When the people do eventually find you, when they come on in, I always double check to see if they still have warranty. And if they don't have warranty, I mean, their ass is yours. It is what it is. It's open season. This machine has severe temperature issues and detergent dispensing problems. A lot of the issues that these people have with detergent dispensing problems come from the bullshit detergent that they use. They'll use Restaurant Depot bullshit detergent, and it'll crystallize in the lines. It'll make the lines brittle. And so, I always tell people to use my stuff. Terrible quality, no support, right? No support. We bought this dishwasher only 6 months ago, and they said it completely stopped working. The issue is electrical. They told them that it only has a 6 months warranty. That's why I tell you guys all the time on Hot Side, this stuff does not come with like 2 and 3 year warranty. 6 months. 6 months on a dishwasher that's like $3,000. They said they called the nearest service company and they wanted $500, $500 just to come out without even fixing it. This is nationwide, people. This is nationwide. I told you that. $500 just for your presence, just for you to go ahead and to begin to take a look. That's for me to show up. When somebody calls you out and it's on something other than CMA, American Dish, Jackson, Champion, that price goes way up because there's so much bullshit you got to deal with. Even when it's a Fago or something like that, it's so much more bullshit you got to deal with. So you always bring that price up. Yo, what's going on?
How good of you to join us.
So, that will happen. You do need to follow up with these people often. And like I said, here's the I'm doing fine. Here's the link to come on up. If you guys have any questions, you want to talk about anything with the stream, that's the link to come on up. But yeah, they to get back on what you're saying, you do have to talk to them quite often. Even being part of their system, they update their system from time to time, and they lose the entire database of all their services. Every time these people switch services, they lose everybody. So it is a practice that you do need to contact them again and again and again and make sure that you're in their system. Because like I said, I could pull up hundreds of pictures of me working on their stuff. I was getting a ton of calls, like they would, like especially for installs. People order their stuff. If they had a problem in the past with some of the other orders, they would specifically request that they had someone in the Webstront network to go ahead and do the install, or at least supervise and do a startup once the equipment was installed. And then once the stuff was once you did a startup on it, then they would give them whatever warranty. But if you didn't show up, they had zero warranty. It was just sold as is. So hold on one second. Let me see if I can get you. I would not recommend it to anyone. I'm really disappointed with the dishwasher. I've only had it for 2 months and now it's having electric issues. The electric breaker keeps tripping every time they turn it on before wash. That is a heating element. It worked perfectly for only 1 month. I don't think the dishwasher is worth the price. This is on the customer. This is the situation. This is what happens with this. The customer will not turn the dishwasher off. They're under the misconception that the dishwasher is only working when they push start. The dishwasher is only working when they close the door and push start. That is not true. These dishwashers with heaters in them, because that's what this is. This has a heater. It's constantly boiling the water so that it's at least at 150 degrees. So when they wash, they can get up to 180, 185 for the rinse. And these people will leave these dishwashers on all day and all night. And what ends up happening is they end up having a couple of days where it's slow. They're not washing the dishes as much. When they leave for the end of the day, it boils dry by the morning. And then you have a dry fire on that heating element. Then what happens? The heating element goes out. And then they say, oh, the electrical breaker. No, it's just that the heating element has shorted out. And they want to blame the brand. And it has nothing to do with the brand. It has everything to do with improper operation. No one seems to be taking the time to fix it. We have to run our restaurant regularly with manual washing, which is not ideal when we're busy. No one cares. No one cares. No one gives a damn. Hold on. I don't know why I'm only getting half the, there we go. Let's see once again. All right, so this is the upper rack. Once again, man, this is a European design. This is almost exactly like the new Hobart, the Econoline Hobart, which I hate, by the way. I haven't worked on one of these yet, but I swear to you, this is just like Insinger, which they're having classes this year. Insinger is having dishwasher classes 2026. Insinger is having classes. Insinger is having classes. Shit. Oh yeah, Insinger, Champion, Myco dishwasher. All of them are having classes for 2026. I got asked about CMA. I've never known CMA to have a class. Jackson had a class 2 years ago. So if they are going to have a class, I believe it's going to be 2026. They are due for a class. Oh, damn. That dishwasher was $4,000. Yeah, that dishwasher was $4,000. And it does have it. It's a high temp, and I'm like 99% certain that these people did not turn the dishwasher off, and it boiled out. It boiled out. That's what happened. They had to dry fire. But anyway, once again, this is Webstaurant, how to service Webstaurant equipment, where to get the parts, all that good stuff. Hold on, let me see here. Oh, where's this section on parts? Single phase, 3-phase. Dishwasher parts. Yeah, so once again, they have parts, and yes, the parts are yeah, better price than Parts Town. Much better price than Parts Town. Oh yeah, here's the Noble wash motor control. There should be a 220. All right, let me take this part number, and let's see what let's see what comes up on Parts Town. Yeah, nothing. All right. Yeah, so their parts are only coming up with them. This is their own special part number. So unless you can, fun fact, you can get these parts elsewhere. This one is this one is GE. There is a German brand that makes the same motor contactor, and there's Italian brands that make the same exact, and you'll be good to go. Oh, hold on one second. Yeah, all you have to do is with these electronical components, you can just match them up and you can order them. And the coil voltage, everything is actually on the side. Everything that you need to know about ordering a replacement part is right there. You can actually copy and paste that part number, and it'll come up. And you'll also have like the competitors for that same exact motor control. All right, let me see here. But yeah, unfortunately, they do, like I tell you, everybody else does. They give their own parts a part number that is only referenced through them. Hold on, 19 categories. They're mixing up the there's the ice machine parts. Hold on one second. Let me see what we got here with the ice machine parts. And like I said, I'm gonna make this a quick one. I'm gonna make this a quick show, because I know everybody's dealing with stuff for the holidays. But I just wanted to chime on in, say what's up, answer any questions, because I know you guys have had a ton of freaking questions. And I hate to flip it, but yeah, here's the Evanco evaporators. All the stuff that you can, excuse me, all the stuff that you can't find on Parts Town, all the stuff you can't find from All Points. You have to go directly to Webstaurant to get it. That's for Main Street. That's for Noble. That's for Advantco. You see what other name they got? Chime in. What other names are they using? What are their house brands? Oh, I think that's another one. Hold on. What brands are they using? Man, I'll be real quiet tonight. And Vanco is 1. So if you're wondering, because a lot of your customers are cheap and they buy this stuff, and you're like, man, where the hell are these damn parts at? You can get the parts. Here's Main Street. That's why this thing has 2.5 stars out of 73 reviews. Main Street stuff is fine if it's a church using it, if it's hell, even if it's a food truck and they're like just cooking in the weekends and stuff like that. But if this is a regular operation, these aren't going to make it. These, you can just throw the damn towel because it ain't going to make it. Look at this. 35 1-star reviews. Let's see what we got. I don't know how this turned into a review show, but it did. I have no idea. And how long we've been on here? About 53 minutes. So I'll give you guys about another 7 minutes. If you don't have any questions in the next 7 minutes, we'll shut it down. I'm trying to do shows a little more frequently. So I'm going to be working on that for 2026. Bad customer service. One fryer works. The second doesn't work at all. Yeah. Because of where this stuff is made, they do have shoddy quality control. Fryers work for 2 weeks and then stop working when the pilot light wouldn't stay lit. Yep. Webstaurant will not warranty the work. They will not warranty the unit because it wasn't installed by their certified installer. So it is all right there, people. It is all right there. You would have to call Webstaurant. You can email their customer service. They got like 3 or 4 emails for customer service. Right. You have to be one of their installers. For some reason, like I said, they updated their system and I'm not in it anymore. But yes, when you're in their system, when you're in their network, bruh, they keep you hopping. Hang. Oh, no, not an Asian restaurant trying to no. This is not for an Asian restaurant. And then not a 40-pounder. They have a 75-pounder. Those kind of hang in there. But when they get accumulation of all the crumbs and everything, nah, these things ain't working. They can't hang. Damn. You see this time and time again because they can buy 2 of these deep fryers for the price of 1 bottom barrel decent fryer. Bought 2, worked well for a bit, and then the pilot, you see the same thing, right? The pilots keep going out because they are using these extremely cheap thermal piles, these thermocouples, and they go out extremely quick. But once you replace them with one of yours, they'll last a lot longer. And then the other thing is you're going to need to adjust the pilot. You will need to adjust that pilot because the flame is up too high and it's cooking these thermopiles. How can I run a restaurant when both fryers are out? Warranty is garbage. Oh, I love these. When was it? Oh, I wish there was a date. Oh, that was 2024. Oh, he's Indian. Oh, damn, he's Indian. Let's see here. Bought 2, same will work. What does this one say? Do not buy. Damn. Let's see if it's the same name. Nicolette from the Grateful Melt. Oh, that was some time ago. But as you can see, these things get sold not on quality, but these things get sold on price. And the reviews are right there, but people don't give a damn. They have beer goggles on when it comes to the price. Everyone thinks that a fryer is a fryer is a fryer is a fryer. And then they buy one of these cheap, extremely cheap fryers. And then they learn, oh, it's not. Damn. How the this must be a couple years ago. Let me see. Oh, and that was a 50-pounder. Posted on 2023. There were some issues with some gas valves. Ooh, I have 3 gas valves replaced and the thermopiles, and they only lasted 5 months. Pilot lights take forever to start. Just no. Chances are they burnt the hell out of their flame spreaders, the flame diverters, flame diffuser, in the tubes, in the bake burner. Well, not bake burner tubes, in the tubes that run through the tank and out through the back, and they you get an improper burn pattern, and chances are they burn the fryers up. Is essentially what they did. You'd have to clean it out, put in new flame spreaders, and by the time you do all that, I mean, these fryers are only $600. Hold on a second. By the time you finish with cleaning out those tube burners, yeah, $699. So you tell me what I'm going to be able to do for a customer for $699. Oh, there we go. Does Air King manufacture fryers or what? No, I told you guys before. All right, hold on. So let me do this Air King thing, and then I'm gonna shut it down. Here's Air King. Yeah, all you gotta do is go to their website. This is what they do. It's an integral part of these chicken places. I got roped into these damn chicken places, and a number of years ago through Isomatic. Isomatic and Scotsman have these like crazy agreements with these chicken places. So I got roped into that. It's one chain called Golden Chick. And so you'll see these batter and breading stations. So they make this whole thing. Air King has devised a way to make breading and battering chicken much more efficient with a lot less waste. Then they only have a few parts on the units. But without this unit, I mean, these places aren't really designed to manually do this kind of work anymore. They don't have the because Golden Chick is here in Texas. It's a Texas brand. So yeah, Golden Chick. I don't know how many are in Austin. I'd probably say somewhere probably about 20 or so. Like in Dallas, they got 60 something. And in Houston, they're supposed to have 60. But like Lane's Chicken Fingers, all that kind of stuff. All these places, the hottest thing right now is chicken. Bojangles, Zaxby's, all those places, even KFC and Popeyes, they use this particular equipment because they spend a lot less labor and man hours breading the chicken. And so they make these, and they make marinators. So you guys see me do one of these other places, and they have a marinator, and it's essentially like a vacuum sealer. Hold on, let me go in more. Here's the marinators. Tumble marinators, double door marinators, vacuum marinators. And so this is some of the stuff that you guys want to see me working on. So instead of marinating things overnight, not just chicken, but any type of protein. Do you do it with any type of steak? You can marinate that sucker in like 20 minutes. Yeah, there it is right there. My bad. Yeah, in 20 to 25 minutes, you can infuse whatever flavor you wanted to in that meat. instead of putting it in the vacuum sealer, marinated, put it in the vacuum sealer, and then putting it in the fridge and letting it sit in the fridge for 24, 36, or even 48 hours. You can then put it in this vacuum tumbler, and then it will infuse that protein within 20 minutes. Right, like they said, so the bonus is all your stuff, your protein goes in here for less than 30 minutes. And instead of putting it in the fridge, like my clients that don't use this just yet, I can testify to this, especially the Korean places. I don't know why the Korean places don't use these. I have yet to see one that doesn't use. They have the Korean restaurants. They have like a wall of refrigerators, and they use the vacuum sealers. And all they're doing is cutting up the steak and the chicken and fish and stuff like that, marinating it, putting it in the vacuum sealer, and then they're just loading up these fridges with this food. And it's got to sit in the fridges for at least a day or two to marinate. But this cuts all that down to, instead of a day or 2 days, in less than 30 minutes, they now have the flavor profile in that protein. And that's what some of these high-end steakhouses and things are doing. They get to give you that marinated steak that's been aged and whatever the hell else they've done to it. And you get your steak within your 45 minutes after you order. So you order get your appetizers, get your drinks. They give you your salads, and then by that time, then comes the main course, because they've already put it in a vacuum sealer for 20 minutes and good to go. Good to go. So that is Air King. So this is some of the stuff they do. It's not just chicken places, see? So overnight is no more. Overnight is no more. You just pour your protein in there, pour the marinade in there, and it'll draw in all those all that marinade into the protein. And then, to be honest with you, the health department likes that a whole lot better too. The health department likes that a whole lot better. So this goes hand in hand. They'll normally have the vacuum sealer, the vacuum tumbler, and then they go ahead and throw that stuff right in the combi oven. And then from the combi oven, they'll go onto the grill to give it grill marks. And that's kind of like how the sausage is made. They're not actually, cooking that stuff on the grill the entire time. No, they're putting it in the combi oven to keep it juicy, and then they're just literally putting it on the grill for a little bit of charring and the grill marks. All right, and what else they got? Yeah, and then Air King has some of this other stuff. But this is what I tell you guys. It's you want to gain an entry point into these places. And I like to be able to take care of more than one thing. Unfortunately, a lot of my customers know me as just a deep fryer guy, or they know me as just the ice machine guy. But you can always fix that later. But it's always nice when the customer sees you and they're like, "Oh, I was calling for the vacuum sealer. I didn't know that you were I didn't know you did that too." And it's like, yeah, I do that. I do all this stuff. Ice bath carts. Here we go. Drum roll, breading machine. So this stuff is all clean. So it's not. No, they don't have any training because the equipment is so simplified. They don't have any training. The gentleman that's in charge of tech support, he doesn't even come from the restaurant industry. He actually what the hell is he doing? He was in a completely unrelated industry altogether. And he kind of fell into the role for tech support. But as long as you know how to use your meter, as long as you follow the electricity, where did the electricity stop on your meter, you're good to go. You'll be fine from there. Relatively few parts. This is why I showed it on the live. I don't know if you got a chance to see any of the lives that I did with these machines, but relatively few parts. I enjoy working on them, but Air King has said that they've had an issue getting technicians that actually know how to trace. So they've had problems with, and this is from large companies. They've had large companies that they don't use anymore because none of their technicians knew how to find out where the problem was with the unit. Yeah, give him a call. Give him a call. He's looking forward to it. All right, hold on 1 second. All right, and with that, did you guys have any questions? Any other questions on this or anything else? Like I said, I'm gonna try to go live more often. Let me see what he's got under maintenance. Yeah, here's his videos. Oh, he had a little video on that one. Yeah, all this stuff is on YouTube.
Hey, this is Sam Therking. I'm here today to talk to you about troubleshooting your tumble and vacuum marinators.
So there's the link.
Today we're going to show you how
these are where the videos are to teach you how to work on the equipment
to determine if it is faulty or not.
No, you're doing the exact same thing. Hey, there's only one way you could do this, period. Yeah, I did have to cut it because I was the first one in there. So as you can see, it's only a few parts. So first thing first, you just trace where the power is coming in. Trace it all the way to the switch. And do you have any power coming out of the switch? And then what I end up doing is I end up bypassing, like you end up bypassing the switch. And if the unit starts, then you know your problem is the damn switch. And fun fact, I don't like the way the switch is constructed. The way that the construction of that switch leads to a lot of the issues that they're having. And you'll notice everybody will do a video, but they're not going to show you how to change the part. Showing the customer how to change the part causes more trouble than what it's worth. So that's what you find. Like I said, they got a number of videos here. They're showing you step by step.
Hey, it's Sam Therking. I'm here today to show you how to replace your spindle drive bearing for your mixer vessel. This will work on both the 7-quart and the 8-gallon vessels. First thing we're going to do is take the nut off of the spindle itself.
And the best thing to do is email them
The
too.
spindle should just drop right out.
You can call them, but they still need that email.
Got your washer. Now we'll swap out the other spindle. Right, now that we've got the new drive bearing, just kind of work its way in there. Put the washer back on to the new drive bearing. Start threading the nut back on. Once you get it tight enough, then you just tighten it back up with your wrench.
Hold on. I want to thank Donnie Madden. I want to thank Michael Adams. I want to thank Brother Frank. So I appreciate you guys contributing to the show. Let me see if I got their information. Yeah, just send him an email. Just send him an email. And then you just follow up with a phone call.
Back on. Now that the bearing has been replaced, we can spin the blade right back on. All right, now the mixer's ready to get back into action. All right, if you want to see more Air King DIY videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up.
I want to thank all you guys. Thank you guys for contributing to the show. Getting ready to kick off the brand new year. Appreciate that. But yeah, these are all these are brands that you're gonna wanna go with. And just so you know, because I guess you guys don't remember this one. You have be on the lookout. I'm gonna replay the videos from the other services. The ones like Nordon, the girls that do what are the girls that do Dr. General? Hold on. So this is Nordon. Nordon sends you calls. They're a distributor on the East Coast, but they also have clients nationwide that they're handling maintenance for. Hold on, let me see here. Hold on one second. Let me make sure I get her stuff up here. Man. Because you have seen the information I've given you guys for Dollar General and all that stuff, right? Oh yeah. What's the name will definitely help you get into chains, steakhouses and chicken joints. The fun thing with chicken restaurants is everything is always breaking. That batter is getting everywhere. So the fryers, it's always messing up the burners. Always getting the grease and the oil. The grease is mixing in with the batter, and it's always taking out the strike module boxes. Like I said, the condenser fan motors. The ice machines are always in need of service. Always. It's a thing. It's a thing. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Like I said, I appreciate that. It's the manufacturers. You sign up with them, but you also have to sign up with some of these third-party companies. They'll get you. They'll get you in, comfortable with some of these damn places. Hold on a second. I don't know where. Somebody help me out. What the hell is the name of those girls that do the Dollar Tree stuff? I cannot find their stuff for the life of me. They do Dollar Tree. They do Sam's Club. Man. CVS. Hold on. Let me see if I can find them. Oh, I guess that'll have to be something for another call. And then don't forget, you guys can do Habco for Walmart. They do Walmart and they do some other like pet chains and things like that. But I guess I'll keep that for the next one. All right, but don't forget, you can always sign up with Nordon. They're doing these. What the hell they do? They do the support stuff nationwide for corporations. So it doesn't matter if you're in Hawaii, California, Texas, or Vermont. They have clients all over the country. Let me see, what the hell is it in? Yeah, they have their facilities. And that's their number over there for Nordon. All right, and with that, we are going to wrap this thing up. Once again, I want to say thank Brother Frank. Thank Mike Adams. Appreciate you all for contributing to the show. Oh, there it is, ConApp. Thank you very much. ConApp, that's what it is. That's what it is, ConApp. There we go. Thank you. And I appreciate that. So ConApp is another one. They're just like Nordon. And they have accounts nationwide that they're providing a dispatch for, like Dollar Tree and stuff like that, nationwide. So if you're in Florida, you're in Pennsylvania, you're in Chicago, so it's like Dollar Tree, CVS. So like some of the Vasani, not the Vasani, but when next time you go into CVS and you see that standalone refrigerator that's only like about 15 inches wide or 12 inches wide, and it's about 3 feet tall, they have the contract to take care of those, and those are in every CVS nationwide. Let me go ahead and give you the information on ConApp. And this is like the other, like Nordon. ConApp is primarily women. Their fathers were in the business. Their uncles were in the business. I don't know of a single woman at ConApp that didn't come from the industry. So when you talk to them over there at ConApp, they know what's wrong with the unit. They know how to diagnose this stuff over the phone. Most of them have just never done the work. So they have a pretty good idea what needs to be done. And they're always branching off into other service contracts. They're only going to entertain other service contracts if they know they have technicians in the area. So that's another thing to get into. But there's the number. There's the 1-800 number. You can go on over there and hit them up. They just called me a couple days ago for something. I forgot what the hell it was. I don't know what the hell Office Tracks is. I don't know Office Tracks. Hold on, let's see here. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, okay. Office Tracks is using. Okay, so here's Branded Group. So Office Tracks is, I say it's a dispatch service. It's just the system that they're using. So like I deal with Branded Group. I have a whole video just on Branded Group. Let me give you Branded Group too. So with a lot of these, you gotta be on the system in order to get the dispatches. But fun fact, some of these guys are using a couple of different systems. I'm set up with about 3 or 4 of them. But let me show you Branded Group. Branded Group does like First Watch and stuff like that. Yeah, this is Branded Group. So they're a big member of Rhythma. So there's a whole convention. There's a whole convention full of companies like Nordon, the other one I just did, and Branded Group, Conap, Nordon, Branded Group. They all go to places like Rhythma, and that's a good place to go to if you're looking to get signed up. It does cost money. There is a fee to go to the Rhythma convention. So hold on, let me see here. Vendor. Become a vendor for Branded Group. Now, I will tell you this. When companies like Nordon, when companies like Branded Group, when companies like Conap Refrigeration, when they call, they usually are looking for someone to go out like right away. Don't be surprised if they're calling you looking for same day service. They have promised these people that someone would come out within 24 hours. Usually you're not their first call. Usually they like call some big company, and then the big company told them to fuck off, and then they end up scrambling, and so they end up going with, a smaller company. A smaller company can only get to, 1 or 2 calls a day. We can't get to, 5 or 6 calls a day. You're not going to be able to do them and hammer them out. When we are asked to go out to one of these calls, they actually expect us to go out and then go to the parts house, get the part, and then come back and take care of it. So it's not like you're going to be able to do 5 or 6 of these calls a day. So that's why during walk-in, if you're doing walk-ins, you're not really going to be doing that many calls a day. It requires going up or down, whether it's on top of the box or up on the roof, out in the parking lot. Those calls are typically not quick. I'm just letting you know they're typically not quick. But hold on, let me zoom in so I could show you this. Hold on. I want to make sure I got all you. Okay, you guys got Branded Group. Let me zoom in. So just like what I told you guys before, email your information to all of these people. Just email everything and then call them. You're calling these people. They're already dealing with 60 other calls for the day. They're really not going to remember that one phone call they had with you. email them and then follow up. That way they can go ahead and get your email while you're on the phone with them and then forward it on to whoever it has to happen. So here you can send your email to vendors@branded.group. That's the email. And they will do hot side, cold side, plumbing, electrical. So if your skill set is one where you're a licensed plumber as well, you could do plumbing and, hot side. They can accommodate that. And once again, they are taking care of nationwide chains, not brands like McDonald's and Dairy Queen and stuff like that, but these other emerging brands that are nationwide that are popping up. Like for Florida and Texas, they do First Watch and stuff like that. So, all right. Well, I hope these help. Hope you guys can sign up with these people and make some money. And I've gone a little bit over the time I wanted to. So I will check you guys out. Yo, Unthin Kango, what's happening?
How good of you to join us.
But yeah, I am getting ready to get on out of here. So with that, hold on one second. I'm going to hit you with this one.
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah.
Gentlemen, don't waste your time in the vain pursuit of this and that endeavor. To be high on hopes and illusions. To be high on hopes and illusions. To be high on hopes. Be high on hopes.
Let's talk about something important.
Are they all here?
All but one.
Well, I'm going anyway.
Let's talk about something. And I'm here on a mission of mercy.
I got your attention now? Good.
A, B, C. A always B, B, C closing. Always be closing. Always be closing.
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit!